GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Dave Delgado here for In the Zone. In studio today, Big Tone, powerlifting champion, been in the game going on 4 years now, getting ready for the meet in Hawaii. Tell us the name of the competition and when you leave Island.
It's the Alakai meet. It's held at the Alakai CrossFit, and December 10 I'll be leaving.
And this is your third time competing in Hawaii.
Yes, sir.
This time around, you're moving up a weight class.
Yes, sir. So my coach and I decided we're gonna try 308, see how the competition is at a bigger weight class, and see how much of a jump my numbers would make at this new class.
And going up from 275 pounds from previous competition weight, you didn't have to do too much dieting this time around. You say you're walking around at what right now?
Like 297.
And
yeah.
So you're just going to coast it, get to Hawaii, figure out the weight. And do you feel the strength at this weight class, not having to, I guess, stay at a lighter weight? And how do you feel in the gym?
Yeah, definitely. I feel way stronger. My bench shot up tremendously. It went from 474 to 510 pause now, and then my squats, I'm squatting 700 weekly now in the gym. My deadlifts have been high 600, it's like 670 to 690 daily. And
this is not just weight put on in one day. You slowly, gradually put on that weight in a healthy way.
Yeah, so I kind of just, my coach had me on a high protein, high carb diet, cut the fats down a low, so we kind of gained like 3 or 4 pounds in a month since I got back. And
is that Fat Boy Slim protein?
Man, this is my
all
new
kinds
job.
of protein.
Yeah, all kinds of protein. He kind of took me away from the steak and put me on more chicken, more fish. So it was clean protein, and we did it the right way. So I didn't feel too bloated. I didn't feel too sluggish, and then we're still like agile and stuff. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, tell us about that nutrition side, because there's not too many big guys that are kind of like really watching what they eat as far as maybe portions or meal prep.
Yeah, so believe it or not, I eat like 5-6 times a day, and my carbs is up to 350 on the squat deadlift days, and then it's at 150 on my bench days. So it really depends on how much, like I can look at one scoop of rice and I know it's like 36 to 38 grams of rice. Like, it's just weird how I do it, but it's like a lot smarter to eat. Like if I go to McDonald's, I'm not gonna order me a sandwich. If it's a cheat day, then I'll get me like Sunday or whatever. But I don't do it occasionally. How people think that powerlifters eat unhealthy all the time. We kind of have to follow a certain macros, or you'll just be unfit and unhealthy.
And it's all about numbers. I mean, I saw this show about how athletes went on a vegan diet and just ate nothing but greens.
Yeah.
And, being in the heavyweight division, there's times, too, where I saw athletes having to kind of force feed themselves because they're not hungry at that time, but you got to eat around the clock at a certain time.
Yeah, so, like, I wake up every day at 4. I have my first meal at 5, my second meal at 9, my third meal at 12:31, and then I head to the gym at 5:30, and I have a meal right before that 4 to get me prepared for my training session. And then when I go home, I'll just have a small meal. It'll be like, believe it or not, I'm a big boy, but I would be spinach and like sausage, sort of like a keto style, but it's just to have the macros correct. And when you kind of eat your 6 to 7 meals a day, your metabolism works a lot faster than to have 3 big meals with the same amount of macros. It's, believe it or not, this powerlifting thing, there's a science to it, because if all we did was eat, then everybody would be in the heavyweight division,
Yeah. And then, you overeat, you get kind of sluggish.
Yeah, you get slow.
And you really take this seriously. I mean, people see you in the gym, they see the post, but it's the community that definitely supports you, because you can't just say, okay, I'm going to leave. Now, it's job related. They believe in you, so they support you, and you're able to leave Island and go out there and compete.
Yeah. So, I've been doing this. Is going to be my 6th competition, and I've had so much support from, my admin team, my bosses, and but the team I work for as well, they've always been supportive every single trip. Because believe it or not, even if I make an impact in the gym, the kids that I work with, they look at me as like an older brother / dad type of thing. So when I do stuff like this, it kind of gives them hope. Like, hey man, Mr. Ton had a bad past. Now look what he's doing now. He's representing the island, and he's they're pretty much proud of me, you know, and it feels pretty good to know that.
Yeah, and we talked about this early in your career too, using this as a platform to speak out and talk to these kids, because I think it's motivation. They got to be motivated to do something, and when they see somebody that they're around every day, and you know, they're able to do what you do as far as, you know, family man, you have a job, time in the gym, and it's just over and over and over again. But you got to stay focused at the task at hand, which is definitely representing Guam, making it a consistent thing to have Guam athletes represented in competitions like this.
Yes. So I try to do 2 competitions a year, usually the beginning and the middle, or the middle and the end, just to keep it active. And you know, because this training thing it's real hard and stuff like that. But these to juggle family man, full-time job, and in the gym, I've been able to do it for the past 5 years, and it's the support of everybody around me. You know, they continue to make me like, it's just, I mean, it's hard to really explain it, but I can show it, man. It's a difference.
Yeah, and you know, you've been in the game for 4 years now, and I think you're one of the first and very few kind of sponsored athletes that, you know, your sponsors and the people that, like you said, support you, believe in what you do.
Yes.
And when you produce and you come back with hardware and your name's in the news and you hold records and you're being talked about, it's got to be a good feeling knowing that the hard work is paying off.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's one of the it's like the best feeling in the world, to be honest. I have people, when they visit Guam, they try to meet me because they want to like talk to me, and a lot of times, usually when people see somebody like who's famous or whatever, like local famous, they're kind of afraid to speak up to them. But I get people that will like message me on the DM and be like, yo, hey, I'm on Guam for 2 weeks, can we link up? And believe it or not, I'm like, yo, hey, let's go train. If you want to meet, let's go train. Let's go do what I inspired you to do. I know it's an opportunity to just hang out with me and, you know, just see what I do and love.
Yeah, and one of the posts too is ending 2019, heading into 2020 with a bang.
Yeah.
And putting up some PRs and really really trying to break personal records.
Yeah, so, you know, it's a personal invite for everybody who wants to come to the gym and hit personal records. It's just called the end of the year banger. So a lot of people training, you know, some people can't afford to go off island. I'm just blessed to have sponsors to support me. So what we're trying to do is just have an event where everybody comes to the gym and we'll just, you know, PR and squat, PR and bench, PR and deadlift, whatever you want to do, just to have fun and just feel excited going into 2020, you know?
And I think, you know, the thing with that too is when you're in the gym and you're working out, everybody's focused on doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Now it's an atmosphere and a setting. It's not a full-on competition meet, but for those athletes that, hey, they're having thoughts about maybe trying to compete, and it's different from putting up weight in a workout where, like I said, everybody's doing their thing. Now it's everybody, all eyes are on you.
Yeah.
Everybody's motivating you, and it has to be some adrenaline flowing to get those numbers up.
That's the good thing. Like, we had like a small deadlift party where a couple of the friends in the gym just came and we just kind of pulled big numbers. And I had 2 of my friends, actually one of my 148 homies, he pulled a 507, which is a big number. That's like me pulling 800. And it was just because the energy, the vibe, and you know, we're all there to support. So that's what we want. We want people to have that extra feeling of like being in a competition, to feel that adrenaline that we get, because it actually helps get bigger numbers.
And camaraderie. I mean, this is a sport where, you know, when you're on the platform and it's time to hit up a weight, everybody's cheering you on.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Nobody wants to see you fail. Everybody celebrates just for 1 rep. Like, even if you're gonna hit 405, but it's your first time hitting it, the whole gym, the whole community would be like, let's go, you know, let's get it. And then they do it, and it's like, hey, we celebrate together. They fell, we still celebrate. It's just different.
Well, we're gonna have a 2-for-1 special. Not only the podcast, but you are also this week's Darentone Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Being Darentone's Athlete of the Week, let's talk about the numbers. 7 medals, 4 years of competing.
Yes, sir.
You've competed in Las Vegas and Hawaii.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about the numbers that you've been putting up in the gym right now.
So I recently squatted 7, I think it was 711. It's the fastest and deepest I've ever done it. And I actually could have went more, but we're trying to save it for competition because the end goal for comp is 730 on that platform. I've been having struggles with past 630 on the competition, so we're trying to adjust and get it ready for the comp. Bench went up to 510 or 505 for a pause, which is actually pretty crazy because to pause anything over 400 is hard. And my deadlift is something that always been strong, but it hit a plateau for the last couple of months. Recently, we adjusted my foot and my hand placement, and now we're pulling 690 at an easier RP, and it feels that we can get at least 710 to 720 competition time.
And, you know, those 7 medals, recently, your last competition in Hawaii, you were also able to put up some pretty big numbers.
Yeah, or Vegas. Yeah, so we were able to do a 645 squat, 474 bench, and 672 deadlift, and my total was 1791. It was close to an 1800 total that I've been chasing, and it was actually really good because we got first place and we got best lifter as well.
And this 308 weight class, if you do get your target numbers, you're automatically going to be put into the list of names for hopefully being placed amongst the top lifters in the nation.
Yeah, so at 275, I ranked number 3 in the drug tested in the world. And at this 308, it's not a tested meet, but it would qualify me for like the Anaheim Fit Expo, which I really want to do. And it would get me up to at least the top 20 if I do really good.
And what's that buzz been? I'm sure the promoters in Hawaii, have anybody reached out to you saying, hey, man, are you coming to the show? We can't wait to have you here and see the numbers that you're able to put up.
Yeah, so it's actually the promoter and I, we communicate on Instagram once in a while. But believe it or not, it's the people who are competing that are who are saying they're going to compete. They're messaging me like, hey, man, I can't wait to meet you. And these are people in Hawaii that we've never met. And to have another island try to support me, even if I'm going to represent Guam, but they want to see what kind of numbers I'm going to put up, it's like a pretty good feeling to know that we got support everywhere else besides Guam, you know?
And who are the other members from Team Guam heading out?
Chris Pasquale and Mikhail Nicholas.
And final preps before heading out to Hawaii?
Yeah, so right now we're just working on technique. We got to get that squat depth correct. We're working on the pause, on the bench, commands, and the deadlift. We're just the lockout. Other than that, I'm just getting physical therapy work done at a New Gen.
And let's get to it. Plug them sponsors.
You know, got to give it to Paradise Fitness, Fatboy Slim, Cream and Butter, Health City, the Relief Shop, Kilos to Pounds, you know, Mighty Purple, and
Opaque keeping you fresh.
Hey, thank
nice
you.
tea right there.
Yeah, it's that fresh tea. And I got you a care package from Health City, man.
Yep. Anybody else you want to thank out there?
You know, I just
JFK faculty.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to you know, my work, JFK. Actually, the whole island, man. You know, everybody here has been supporting me. They continue to support me, and it's the reason why I have a smile on every day. You know.
Guam Tacomas too. Hey, well, thanks for coming on the show. That's going to do it for here in the zone. Catch us next time on KUAM Facebook page.